If you're a real estate agent trying to take your business and sales to the next level, video really is the way to go. The hard part is there are so many technical things starting out relating to gear, hiring a team, and expectations. So we're going to make sense of all of that right now. Hey everyone, I'm Darren Dowling with Beyond Realty. I'm an agent and local area expert with Beyond Realty here in Sarasota, Florida. This video is my second of my 4-part series explaining everything video as it relates to real estate. Why you need to start producing content, what gear to be using, how to find a professional videographer, the list goes on. So let's get into it. Number 1, the pros and cons of hiring a videographer versus making videos yourself. First of all, you're a real estate professional. You don't know how to edit video correctly. You don't know how to frame a shot like this. Look how good it looks. Most importantly, if you are spending time editing video, shouldn't you be picking up the phone, making calls, going out on appointments, writing contracts? That's your job. You are not a videographer. I know there's a fear about the costs of things, and we're going to get into that in a little bit on things that you can do yourself, but overall, just get a videographer stat. Number 2, platforms for finding videographers. So, Caleb is right behind the camera here. I got very lucky and found him on Craigslist. He was one of the only candidates that actually had a production reel of work, specifically within real estate. Other great places now is Facebook Marketplace. That wasn't around when I first found Caleb, so I would definitely look into that. It has come recommended from other agents and videographers out there. LinkedIn is really good. There is a formal application process, so it keeps everything streamlined, and you can really look into those candidates a little bit more in detail. Top pick is productionhub.com. That is where you really are going to find a professional videographer that knows what they're doing and their services that will truly fit your needs. Number 3, what to look for in candidates. What I'm going to do right now is the man behind the camera, Caleb, he definitely knows more about this than I do, so I'm going to swap seats with him. Let's go.
And I've been working with Darren for a long time now, probably over a year at this point. And our level of content has been evolving over that entire time. And I think it really is just about finding the right fit. And when you're searching for a videographer, by far the most important thing to find within them and ask from them is looking for past work. Because every videographer, every serious videographer should really have what's called a demo reel, which is pretty much just 1 to 2 minute piece of their absolute best work. And you can expect the same level of quality for what they're gonna make for you that you're seeing on their demo reel. If nothing else, see a demo reel. That'll tell you everything you need to know. But even moving beyond that, if you can, try and ask them about their past experience. I know as a videographer, a lot of my experience is actually on really high-end sets that I don't have any control over the camera necessarily, but I have that work experience that might accelerate my abilities past another videographer. So past work, getting a resume, and another really important one that goes without saying really is attitude. You want someone who's going to be willing to grow with your business. There's a lot of videographers, thankfully not too many in Sarasota, but I've seen a lot around who most video projects are just another project to them. They don't care so much about the marketing side of it and growing your business. So just make sure you're clicking with the person you're talking to. And finally is just availability. If you're on this kind of recurring retainer setup with them and you're making content on a monthly basis, you want to make sure you probably have a day out of the week where you can both either sit down and plan stuff out, if not, maybe handle it over a phone call, and then of course to actually come together and shoot. So with all of those requirements in mind, I think you'll be able to find someone that'll click and ultimately really start pushing some good content.
Number 4, expectations of the videographer and the agent. So the first thing I want to get across here is there's got to be some form of workflow. For me, Again, as I've mentioned previously, my job's going on appointments and writing contracts, closing deals. We'll use this current setup right now. Caleb has come in, set up all the lights, the mic, done the whole setup, everything, so it looks absolutely top notch. He's also written the script, all the talking points that I have on my teleprompter in front of me right now. Again, I don't have time to be typing up all this content. We've been working together long enough where Caleb's also had access to some real estate content to kind of get an idea of what other videographers and realtors are doing with their online content. How could we do this but better, and things like that. It's definitely all about the relationship you've built and talking through those expectations. Caleb expects me to hit my lines, and we have a time frame of when we start filming after setup and when we cut. His time's valuable, my time's valuable, and that's really the biggest expectation I think both parties need to be accountable to. Number 5, the DIY route. Gear suggestions, let's cover some software and tutorial recommendations. So gear-wise, getting started, I literally was just going with a used DJI gimbal with my iPhone in it, and I shot some, in my opinion, some great listing videos. Stepped it up a little bit and started using the Osmo Pocket. They've just updated that. It's got even better. We shot even better vlogs and listing videos with that, and just had a Tascam lav mic. And that was really the first lot of equipment we started working together with, which was kind of funny because I had an Osmo Pocket, Caleb had an Osmo Pocket, and then right now he's got this huge Sony cam and all this lighting and diffusers and everything. But you have to start somewhere. Software, if you're gonna stick to your phone, InShot is a great app on the phone. If you want to make some cool animated stories for Instagram, Mojo is also really good. There's some other similar animated story apps as well. Even down to just using the iMovie software on your phone, you can make that work. DJI software for editing is actually pretty good as well if you're just going to stick with a DJI product. And then tutorials and recommendations. My go-to is search something on YouTube, you will find it. If you want to start playing in Premiere Pro, you will find something. I can remember before Caleb, I shot a Real Deal episode and I cut my face. And so I figured out how I could use a blur filter pinpointed that tracked on my face. It took me way too long, and it really, that was the turning point. It's like, I need a professional here. I fixed the issue, but I should have been picking up the phone, I should have been on appointments, I shouldn't have been messing around doing stuff like that. And Caleb also recommends Epic Light Media. It's a really good resource for getting tips, tricks to really have that professional videographer finish on your product. Now, if you're wondering how to start coming up with ideas that are interesting and hold real value to your audience and your community, I'll have a video linked above and below where I specifically address it, along with fitting all of this into your schedule. Nonetheless, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and hopefully we'll see you in video 3 of this 4-part series.